watching Reality Check. They say a week is a long time in politics, but 24 hours even less so. In just 24 hours, the game in Rajasthan appears to have changed. Sachin Pilot, no longer on the warpath, taking a more conciliatory note, telling me in an interview this morning that he is not joining the BJP. He has no interest in joining the BJP. Now, Ashok Gehlot, his rival, his nemesis, Rajasthan Chief Minister, is not convinced. He claims he actually has evidence, recorded evidence, to suggest that Sachin Pilot was very much in touch with the BJP and planning a conspiracy with them. But Sachin Pilot insists that this is simply being done to malign him in the eyes of the Gandhis, which appears to be as much of an overture as you'll ever see in the midst of a political crisis.
A dramatic twist in the Rajasthan tale. An apparent climb down by rebel in chief Sachin Pilot telling NDTV he has no intention of joining the BJP.
Sachin Pilot gave me an interview this morning where he said that an attempt to link him to the BJP was an attempt to malign him in the eyes of the Gandhi family.
Within moments, a proposed meeting of the Rajasthan's BJP leadership, meant to include Vasundhara Raje, was called off.
क्योंकि अब उनकी कोई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस अगर नहीं हो रही है, तो हमारी मीटिंग का भी आगे पीछे हो सकता है.
Pilot's softening of stance comes as the Congress stepped up action against Pilot and his band of rebels. The Speaker issuing them notices in response to the Congress's move to disqualify them for anti-party activities. The Chief Minister did not immediately warm to Pilot's overture, saying he had evidence of Pilot's role in plotting a rebellion with the BJP.
हॉर्स ट्रेडिंग हो रही है देश के अंदर, ऐसा बड़ा लाखों करोड़ रुपए बट रहे हैं. परसों के रोज में बिल्डिंग कही जा रही थी जयपुर के अंदर, राजस्थान के अंदर. हमारे पास खबर है, हमारे पास प्रूफ है, उसका ही प्रूफ है. 20 करोड़ का सौदा किया जा रहा था. सफाई कौन दे रहे थे कि कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा था. सफाई वही दे रहे थे नेता जो खुद षड्यंत्र में शामिल थे, षड्यंत्र के पार्ट थे. हमारे यहाँ पर डिप्टी सीएम हो, पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट हो, वो खुद ही डील करे. अगर मान लो मुझसे मोबाइल नंबर दीजिए, हमें नाम दीजिए, हमें षड्यंत्र में शामिल हो, वो सफाई दे रहे हैं. नहीं, हमारे यहाँ कोई हॉस्टल नहीं हो रही थी. अरे तुम तो खुद ही षड्यंत्र में शामिल थे, तुम क्या सफाई दे रहे हो?
He even took a barbed dig at his former deputy's appearance.
कोई अच्छा इंग्लिश हिंदी बोलना, अच्छी बाइट देना, वो सब कुछ नहीं होता है. अच्छे हैंडसम पर्सनैलिटी वाले सब कुछ नहीं होता है. आपके दिल में क्या है देश के लिए, आपका कमिटमेंट क्या है, आपकी विचारधारा, नीति, कार्यक्रम जो है आपकी पार्टी के, कितना बड़ा कमिटमेंट है आपका, ये सब देखा जाता है आपको.
Central Congress leaders, however, said Pilot was welcome to return, but asked him to break free from the BJP's clutches, a reference to the luxury hotel in Gurgaon in BJP-ruled Haryana where the rebels have been holed up.
अगर आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी में नहीं जाना चाहते, तो मनोहर लाल खट्टर की भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सुरक्षा चक्र को तोड़कर जिनको आईटीसी ग्रैंड और लेमन ट्री होटल गुड़गांव के अंदर लगा रखा है, उनके चंगुल से बाहर आइए.
In the end, it boils down to the numbers, but it's hard to verify claims by both sides. Today, the Gurugram hotel where the Congress's rebels are housed was declared a COVID quarantine zone, making it even more inaccessible.
कोई डॉक्टर्स हैं यहाँ पे, क्वारंटीन सेंटर है, आप कह रहे हैं कोविड पेशेंट्स है, तो मेडिकल टीम्स होंगी, बात करा दीजिए.
The Congress now claims that the number of MLAs supporting Mr. Gehlot has gone up to 109, though they've not produced any proof to back this claim. However, it does appear that for the moment at least, the risk for the Gehlot government in Rajasthan has come down a notch. With Srinivasan Jain and Sukirti Dwivedi in Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
All right, joining me tonight on the show, let me go to panel. Let me start first with Rakesh Sinha, BJP Rajya Sabha MP, joining me on the show. Rakesh Sinha ji, thank you so much for joining me. Now, Sachin Pilot saying, I'm not joining the BJP. I had no plans to join the BJP. Does this mean this is the end of the Operation Kamal that, as Ashok Gehlot alleges, you were plotting in Rajasthan?
I think this is the biggest falsehood Anybody, whether a journalist or a politician, is using for the contemporary factional fight in the Congress and accusing BJP for that. Srinivasan, this is not the first case. This is not the first case in the history of the Congress in the Sonia and Rahul era. This is repetition of the factional fight which leading to the balkanization of the party.
Rakesh,
let me complete. You have raised the question. I have to. Let me raise.
Has evidence. He has got recordings of how cash was transferred or cash transactions were being discussed between Sachin Pilot and BJP.
Srinivasan, you are not a Congress spokesperson. You raised a question on behalf of the Congress. I am answering on behalf of the BJP. Let me answer first. I am telling you that this is not the first time. Sindhya has faced this similar situation. Before that, a prominent leader from Assam already in the interview told many things about the Congress leadership.
Yes.
Now I'm coming to the core question. Let me just one line.
Yeah. Yes.
In the past, till Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi, factionalism was used for engaging and debating the different viewpoints in the party. And the party used to go
That's a different
forward.
point. I'm saying, I'm asking you, look, no one is denying that Congress is not faction-ridden. The Congress is tearing itself apart. The question is, what is the BJP's role? Now, you just heard Ashok Gehlot make the allegation. Are you saying that the BJP never made any attempts to try to break Congress?
Do you consider Ashok Gehlot is a Supreme Court judge? He's a party. He's fighting against Pilot. There's a factional fight between the two. Pilot is challenging his very position as a chief minister. What else do you want? He can't say that I failed to integrate the party.
Okay, so
there is no unifying project in the Congress. And
let's look at facts.
Let me facts. Sir,
Can I put
you
a
are
few facts to you?
After
Because
everything, what
facts.
No,
Let
I
me
have
put
to
a few
complete.
facts to you.
I have to complete.
If I may just put a few facts. Number one,
No, Srinivasan, this is unfair. If this is unfair, let me complete because I am representing a political party. This is serious accusation.
Some facts.
I have to come. No, I have to complete. Just I am telling you that in previous years, the 10 Janpath was a unifying factor in the Congress. Now 10 Janpath is no longer unifying factor, and alternative voices is coming up. It is not Pilot. Now there are several young Turks in the Congress. They have raised voice.
I'm asking you now if I may ask.
Opposing Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's leadership.
Okay, now if I may ask. Now if I may ask.
Challenge to their leadership now.
Now I must be allowed to ask. Okay, so I'm asking that the facts. Now, number one, you have a situation, Rakesh ji, where you have raids on Ashok Gehlot's supporters on the very day that he's trying to seek a confidence vote, number one. Number two, you have the MLAs who are holed up in a hotel in Gurugram, which is in a state run by the BJP. The hotel, which is now housing the MLA, is turned overnight into a COVID quarantine center. Are you saying the BJP has nothing to do with any of this?
We can't discuss at a political forum as investigating agencies. If Haryana is ruled by the BJP, there is a Congress headquarters also in the Haryana State Congress. This means Congress headquarters is under the subjugation of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Haryana is a big state.
But the government has turned into a COVID quarantine center.
This is a question of investigation by the judges and others, not for us. We have to discuss the political theme. I am just telling you one thing. There is an autocratic rule in the Congress. And the first rule of autocracy in the Congress is that you have to salvage your sanity and self-respect. Once you don't salvage your sanity and self-respect, you have to leave the party. All the people who left the party, there is no ideological difference. There is no difference on the value.
Rakesh,
difference on the question of democracy.
Okay, you make your point. You made your point vigorously. We're out of time. You're denying any involvement of the BJP in the Congress coup in Rajasthan. Thank you very much indeed, Rakesh Sinha, for joining us on the show. Thank you very much indeed. Let me go to panel now. So I'm joined by Lalita Kumaramangalam, is with us on the show. Aarti Jarat is on the show. Aarti Jarat, of course, senior journalist Lalita Kumar Mangalam of the BJP is, and also Archana Sharma, Vice President and Media Chair of the Rajasthan Pradesh Congress. So, Aarti Jarat, how it all twists and turns. Till yesterday, government on the brink, Sachin Pilot on the warpath. Now the pilot climbed out. Many theories as to why he's dialed it down. What's yours?
I think, Vasu, and we discussed this the last time I was on your show, it all boils down to numbers. You know, I think Sachin Pilot simply didn't have the numbers to walk out of the Congress and bring down the Ashok Gehlot government. The thing is, the difference between Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan is that in Madhya Pradesh, the Congress had a very slender majority. It needed just 5-7 people from the Congress to walk out and the government was gone. Here, it needs 30 people. 30 people at least before the BJP has a chance to form a government in Rajasthan. And I think they just weren't being able to drum up the numbers, partly because also I think Ashok Gehlot proved to be much smarter, much quicker on his feet than Kamal Nath did. And Ashok Gehlot, you know, I think was anticipating this after what he saw happened in Madhya Pradesh. And I think he was preparing for it. So, you know, he's just managed to outsmart the BJP. Of course, in the process, Congress is looking pretty sorry.
Yes, it is. In fact, I think, you know, it's important to clarify that it's not as though it may not be code red for the Rajasthan government, but it's certainly not code green because the numbers are fluid and they're fragile. Ashok Gehlot claims he has the support of 109 MLAs, which is 9 above the halfway mark. It's down from 122, but it's still 9 above. But he's not provided any evidence of the breakup of this 109. Does that mean that, Archana Sharma ji, that you're not entirely out of the woods? Rajasthan government is still on knife edge.
No, we have already proved this, that we have the numbers. Media was invited and they had the picture of all the MLAs sitting and approving that we have the majority. So
you've not given us any list. You've not shared any list with us.
We did share the list, but you know, pictures speak, I think, and the media had the evidence and they saw that more than 109 MLAs were there present endorsing Chief Minister's
I don't know if we saw that. I mean, I don't think you should put that on the media because you just see a group and it's hard to count and say there's so many MLAs. But that's what I want to ask Archana ji, that the Congress keeps making these claims. You say you have 109 MLAs, produce no evidence. Today, Ashok Gehlot ji made a very serious charge. He says, I have evidence to show that Sachin Pilot was receiving or in touch with the BJP to receive or facilitate the handover of cash, bribes. But again, there's no proof. Archana ji.
See, conspiracy is still on. I was listening to Mr. Srinivasan and, Rakesh Sinha ji, and he was saying that we have nothing to do with all this. The fact is that the conspiracy is still on. 2 MLAs of the Congress party were approached today itself and they were asked to defect. And so far as Mr. Gehlot has said, he's right because he's Chief Minister, he's a credible person. Each word matters.
Once again, 2 MLAs were approached today by whom? Who approached these MLAs?
By BJP. The middlemen who are, acting on behalf of BJP. And one of the senior ministers, he said publicly to the media that still the conspiracy is on. 2 MLAs are being approached.
Again,
and when
the proof is the question. Okay. I'll come back to you. Lalita, Lalita, I'll come back to you, ma'am, if I may. Okay. Lalita Kumaramangalam, the fact is that the BJP can go on denying till it's blue in the face that it has nothing to do with this. But you and I, Lalita Kumaramangalam, knows how politics works. It's impossible for a coup of this nature to have been engineered without the backing of the BJP. Whether it's visible evidence in the form of the raids on Mr. Gehlot's associates on the day that he was trying to prove his numbers, the fact that the hotel in Gurugram has magically, mysteriously turned into a COVID quarantine center, to these allegations of bribes being offered.
Vasu, will you let me speak for about a couple of minutes without interrupting me? Then I can answer you properly. Otherwise, it's no point to me.
A couple of minutes.
First, First, I don't know anything about the magic or whatever you're talking about. That's your point of view. Fair enough. Secondly, the Congress is an old habit of shooting and scooting. You yourself just now, a couple of minutes ago, said to the spokesperson of the Congress, sorry, not spokesperson, the lady from the IPSL of the Congress, Archana ji, that while a lot of allegations are being made hither and hither, here and there is absolutely no proof. The truth, let's look at the background of what all of this is. The truth of the matter is that Pilot has been humiliated to the extreme. You can't do that to a leader of his stature. I'm not from the Congress. I've had a lot of family in the Congress. I still have. But politics is today not what it was 20 years or even 10 years ago. It's changed. You don't have an Indira Gandhi heading the Congress today. Today, it seems to be that the so-called central leadership of the Congress is no longer in control as they were, even say 5 to 10 years ago. So you don't go around humiliating a man who has proved his loyalty to the Congress, who has brought you a state and given that to you. You can have internal fights. All parties have them. But if you're going to, scratch a wound over and over again, it's going to get infected. And that seems to be what's happened in Rajasthan. I agree that it is a question of numbers. Let me finish. I agree with Aarti. It is a question of numbers in politics. This is a democracy. In every state, including in parliament, it is a question of numbers. But to blame the BJP for what the Congress does not seem able to do, that is to keep its flock together, is ridiculous. This is why they're losing their best people.
Ma'am, if I may, Aarti Jarat, the point is that having now said I'm not going with the BJP, it's unclear what is going to happen to Sachin. When I spoke to him in the morning, he didn't have a very clear answer. He said, I'm still trying to figure it out. I need to serve the people of Rajasthan and so on and so forth. Someone senior in the Congress told me that it's highly unlikely, even if he's resurrected, that he'll be allowed to go back to Rajasthan because of everything that's happened. He may have to be accommodated at the center, or they'll have to think of some other role for him. It does put him in a pretty difficult spot, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely it does. Because I think, judging by the kind of statements that Ashok Gehlot has been making, and I found even Surjewala took a fairly harsh line on Sachin. I don't think Ashok Gehlot is going to allow Sachin Pilot back into Rajasthan. I don't know today whether the Central High Command, that is the Gandhi family, can actually prevail on Ashok Gehlot to take Sachin Pilot back and resurrect him. I don't know whether they have that kind of authority. I don't know if they have that kind of, credibility with Ashok Gehlot. Because remember, at the end of the day, if Ashok Gehlot is able to survive, he's surviving on his own strength. It's with no help from the center at all, So I think, I think he's going to try his damnedest to keep Sachin Pilot out of Rajasthan. And really, where does that leave Sachin Pilot? I really don't know, because accommodate him at the center as what? As general secretary of a party that's, seems to be losing ground, seems to be fading away into the sunset very rapidly.
Yeah, it's a tough position. But Archana ji,
actually, because Sachin has been such a hard worker. I mean, he gave up his life in Delhi, went to Rajasthan, worked really hard. And I think he's a fine leader for the Congress to really cultivate and nurture for the future.
Archana ji, so is that pretty clear that even if Sachin Pilot is sort of, there's a kind of ghar wapsi, if you will, coming back to Rajasthan is that ruled out? Is that going to be very difficult?
See, today itself, Mr. Avinash Pandey, who is in charge, General Secretary of Rajasthan, he said that he's welcome if he wants because doors are still open and we never closed the doors, never closed the channels of communication. It was he who was reticent on every, appeal. And Mr. Surjewala also...
But can he come back to Rajasthan is the question.
So, see, if he wants to come back, then he has to adhere to what Surjewala ji has said. That now, since he was responsible for party leadership, or you can say he was at the helm of the leadership state. And he also held the position of Deputy CM. Now he has revolted. Actually, he has revolted along with some of the MLAs. So, what is needed is that he has to... But what is now
the point is that he has revolted. Why? Because he was humiliated by Mr. Gehlot. You're blaming the BJP, but can you also not factor in the humiliation of Mr. pilot by Mr. Gehlot. What about that? How is that
But
going to
how?
be addressed?
But how can you say that he was humiliated? He was just 41 when he was made deputy CM, and he was at the helm of the party organization.
But he
was leading the party.
And the
So how
police were
could
sent
he
to his
He
house.
said he was not given any responsibility. He was not given any responsibility as deputy CM. No work was assigned to him.
He had
His-
5 portfolios, and
His-
when he was 27, party gave him the
decisions
position of
overturned.
MP.
You're saying
See,
he has no grounds to
said
feel
he was
aggrieved?
I've
Humiliated?
been working with him for last 6 years. I never
Hmm.
saw him humiliated. He was always leading the party. And when after elections, he was, adorned with deputy CM position along with parties. I think that these are two big responsibilities for a man at the age
Right.
of 41. Nobody gets so many opportunities. And despite this fact, it says he was humiliated, he had 5 portfolios, and many
Okay.
of his followers were given minister's position also. So if
Okay,
he had
let
any
me-
difference,
Lalita
if he had
ji,
any
Lalita
issues,
Kumar
I think
Mangalam.
it was not
Let me,
that
okay, I'm asking Lalita Kumar Mangalam. Lalita Kumar Mangalam,
He-
respond to this. Respond to the
also
Congress's claim.
around
there was no humiliation.
I can't hear you, Vasu, because she's still speaking. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Archana ji, please, Archana ji, allow me. Archana ji, please, if you could just lower my. Yes, if you could respond. Lalita ji.
Because after all, in a party,
Vasu, I can't hear you and she's still speaking. I just didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Just lower Archana ji's mic for a second so that Lalita ji can speak.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can
go
you ask me again what you asked, Vasu? I'm really sorry. I couldn't hear what you
I'm
said.
saying the Congress is saying no humiliation. It was all to do with the BJP. There's no, Sachin Pilot had everything he wanted.
Vasu, that's a joke. You and I both know it. The whole world knows it. Sachin Pilot has been an extremely good worker and a very efficient worker for the Congress. He helped them, and he really was at the helm of affairs when they won Rajasthan. Now, it's an irony that in a state where the Congress had a gut, it was a stronghold. Sachin Pilot's father really sacrificed his life for that party, and he built up that party in that place, in that state. It's obvious he's been humiliated as of now. It's like a wounded lion. You withdraw and lick your wounds because you don't have any other choice. But for anybody in the Congress, maybe on public, they cannot accept it. This is politics. I agree. You save face and all of that. But if they actually genuinely believe that it's the BJP's fault, this is why the Congress is going to the dogs today. They have to take responsibility. Their central leadership, whoever it may be, or whoever they may send to Rajasthan, Surjewala should not have used the words that he did today. Nobody in the BJP has ever been humiliated like this. And remember, we were out of power for 10 years. Instead of chasing all our young chaps out, we gave them a chance. Look at the number of young people we have, new people we have over the center. And the Congress, let me finish. Let me finish, Vasu, let me finish. The Congress keeps saying they have a certain way in which the party is run, etc. And who says young people cannot become chief ministers? We had our man Fadnavis in Maharashtra. We have Yogi Adityanath in UP. It's not that. It's up to the party. Let's not. Okay, you don't want me to compare BJP to Congress? Fine. But the Congress is literally fooling themselves. If they say that Sachin Pilot is angry or disappointed or wants to leave or rebel because of
Congress
the BJP,
illusion.
it's because of their own internal dissensions and the way they really truly humiliated him that he's so angry and he rebelled.
Lalita ji, it's nice to at least see some BJP fulsomely praising a Congress leader.
No, it's not. I'm not praising. Yeah, but you see, Vasu, but that's also the tragedy of the Congress. Somebody from outside the Congress is able to see what a great chap he is for them. And yet, Pilot is like Jyotiraditya for the Congress to lose. Not the BJP to win. I said this for Jyotiraditya. I'm saying it today. If they lose Pilot, the Congress has lost him. We have not won him. It's for the Congress, to lose.
Thank you all so much for joining us on Reality Check. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much for watching. That's all the time we have. Good night.